I'm in recovery myself from addiction and got involved in 12-step fellowships.
Because the word recovery makes you look back to before you have recovered. It's a nice thing. You'll be able to help a lot of people because you've been where they are. Just don't go back to where they are in order to validate that, because that'll trip you up. Be very brief about that. I get it, I know that, I've been there, but I'm looking forward for myself and forward for you. We cut you off right in the middle of a sentence.
That's okay.
With powerful and deliberate intent.
Well,
Which is sort of what we want you to do with them.
I listened to your teachings on the 12-step fellowships, and I understand what you're saying, that there does seem to be an unnecessary focus on the negative in them. And I guess what I sort of wanted was, because I like the structure and the regularity and the actual fellowship side of things, meeting, the same people at the same time on a regular basis. And I'm sort of wanting to have that in a different sort of context.
People like steps. They've just pestered us for step 4 and 5 recently. So people like steps, but do you have a sort of template? Do you know what those 12 existing steps are?
Yes.
What's the first one?
Well, I was actually more interested in the 12 steps that you suggested after.
Well, we're going to give you 12 steps, but we're going to bounce off the 12 you've already got. And you're in a place that you can hear it. So what is the first step?
We admitted we were powerless over our addiction and our lives had become unmanageable. That was a long time ago. It feels to me we're going a long way back into my past.
It's all right. It's not a long time ago. It's being regurgitated all over the planet every day. So here's what we would say instead of that. The powerlessness I feel is temporary and caused by something I have power over. Pretty good first step. So what's the second step?
We came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity.
So step 1 and step 2 aren't so far off as they currently exist. Just don't muddle around in step 1 too long, even as it currently exists, and get to the second one, which is, say it again.
We came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity.
I know that my inner being is aware of me and offering clarity and assistance at all times. Ooh, that's our favorite step so far. What's the third step?
We made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him.
I like being in vibrational alignment with the source within me so that I can hear the guidance that is constant. What's the fourth?
This is where it starts to get a little negative.
It's all right. Some step 1.
We made a searching and fearless moral inventory.
What?
We made a searching and fearless moral inventory.
Well, here's the key to this. If it is a fearless moral inventory, then you can't look into places that don't feel good. Because fear is only present when your opinion is different from the source within you. So let's make our step 4 say, I mean to see myself and where I am through the eyes of source. And when I feel fear, I know I've deviated from the opinion of source about me. Therefore, I intend to look at myself in a fearless way. For in looking at myself in a fearless way, I know I am in alignment with the opinion that source has about me. And the inventory that source is taking about me is that I am worthy. That's our favorite step so far. What's step 5?
Step 5, I can't remember the exact words, but it's when you share that inventory with God and with another person.
I want to shout to the world, what a good person I am.
Step 6, it's about being ready to have our character defects removed.
When I'm in alignment with who I really am, clarity is my dominant experience. And thriving is the experience that is then evident all around me. And my awareness of what I formerly called a defect is that I had a step one clarifying moment, just like I intended when I came into this body to begin with, that is now serving me extremely well. And again, back to that earlier step, because Source sees no defect in me. It is my desire to see it not either. Next.
Well, step 7 is about asking God to remove our character defects.
Since God has never seen my character defects, it must not be up to that to remove it. It must be my work. Seen through the eyes of Source takes care of that.
We made a list of all people we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all.
I'm going to make a short list of the people who were most helpful in helping me launch my rockets of clarity and desire about who I am. And I realized that in what I formerly saw as negative experiences, great value has come for me, and I would like to believe for them as well. I'm appreciative of everyone who has helped me in this co-creative journey. So I think I will write letters of appreciation. Thank you for who you are. Thank you for how you have helped me. Thank you for the clarity that you have helped me to find in myself. Thank you for the joyful life that is ahead for me. Thank you for your part in helping me to realize who I am and what I am wanting. I have no regret. Thank you. Nine.
Step 9 is about actually making the amends. So maybe we can just get step 10.
Well, then let's call step 9 the note.
Step 10 is we continue to take searching and fearless we continue to take moral inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it.
It is my powerful intention to pay attention to the way that I feel so that I can do a good job of harmonizing my opinion of myself and others with the opinion that Source has. I'm tuning in, tapping in, turning on to that clarity consciously and deliberately. Next.
Step 11 is really beautiful. I wish I could remember it word for word. We continue through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with the God of our understanding, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out.
When I'm not doing that thing I do that holds me vibrationally apart from the vibration and knowledge of Source, I soar to those heights. It is my intention that every prayer that I offer forevermore be a prayer of appreciation. For in appreciation, I'm in perfect concert with Source. And last?
The last one is really beautiful. There's a bit of a challenge because it's about carrying the message of...
Since words do not teach, I teach to the clarity of my example. And now I'm aware of my own guidance system. And I'm aware that it is meant for me to feel good. And I have reasonable control of my feeling good. It is my pleasure and honor to express living happily ever after to anyone who gazes in my direction. That's our favorite step. Enough?
Thank you very much.
Really good.